So, as we go back into the concepts of thought and the way we see things in our lives as we mature and as we grow, one of the things that we have to tap into is the strongholds of our mind. There was a time where our mindset was filled and fueled off of some type of obstacle, something that prevented us from being free from fear or what have you. But now we're at this location in life where we've survived all the most fearful challenges and obstacles that could have been there to prevent us from getting where we are. Now that we are where we are, it is about what are you going to do to stay there? And the power of what are you going to do to stay there or to elevate beyond that point is totally up to you. So, how success marks the spot for going beyond the loneliness, going beyond the area of the stronghold of the mind is saying that loneliness is going to be a part of the journey of success. People they're going to have to fall off, because if they don't, you're going to stay stuck with them in the mentality that you remember having with this individual, or they're going to rise to the occasion with you. Now, if they rise to the occasion, great, awesome. That means you both grew together. But most times, even in relationships, that's why a lot of times you can go back and see the relationship between a man and a woman when they met in high school and they stayed together. Those two minds think awesomely alike, okay? I say awesomely alike because that is the journey in which they choose. So it is wonderful. It is awesome. The sad part happens when a person passes on and that person has been used to that individual constantly making the decisions with them equally, constantly doing the opposite of what they did because they were a team. One did one thing, another did another. And sometimes a lot of people, they have that relationship love so closely and it's so linked until when one person passes on, another person passes on right after, because they can't live without each other because they've been with each other for so long. A lot of those areas are bondage and also bonds that has made them committed in some way. Something brought those two together and they stayed together. It's kind of like Bonnie and Clyde, you know what I mean? But what I found is when you have a stronghold of the mind, it's very, very hard for you to move on without that person that you've attached to and just held on to the point where I can't think without you, I can't breathe without you, I can't eat without you. That relationship right there is a stronghold of the mind. And when you look at being successful, the last thing you need is someone telling you, dictating what your success should look like. So I want you to pay attention to who you are putting in your area of success, because when you are successful, there are going to be times you're going to need to be alone in order to grow. There's going to be times you're going to need to elevate to an area where you just have to learn to be your own best friend. You know, if you're your own best friend, then you're able to hear the silence and get the clarity of understanding that the mindset in a stronghold would never allow you to do. So I want you to think about that, because that is a significant point. That is powerful. It is a tool of success that most people may be afraid to face. But even in a relationship, I'm not saying you have to be alone, single, by yourself. No, you can still love as long as the love is not selfish, as long as the love is persevering and allowing you to spend that quality time with yourself to get to know you as well as you get to know your mate. So I thank you so much for being on this call with me. I hope something has resonated. If it hasn't, maybe you should come back at another time and focus on another topic, and maybe that will be helpful to you. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm Dr. Dorena Shine, and you have a wonderful rest of your night. We'll see you next time.